Beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Guys, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm going to try my best to smile once. Okay, at least once in tonight's review. If not for these reviews, I think with tonight's episode I probably would have actually just switched off my TV and gone to sleep, because honestly I'm over the storylines. I'm very much over the storylines. You know, guys know exactly what I'm talking about, so we're gonna get into it anyway. But there's too much going on with too many people that need to leave that villa. That's all I'm going to say, okay? But yeah, as I usually am, say number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We love having you here, and you guys know we also love a cheeky little chin wag. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a lovely drink, your portable fan, because like I said, it is very hot in the UK. And let's get into today's review. So let us start off with the fact that Helena has been dumped. Now, guys, we already spoke about this in yesterday's review, but honestly speaking, I still can't believe that Helena has been dumped from that villa. I'm not going to hold you. I cannot believe that she's been dumped. And at the end of the day, I blame Dejon. I'm sorry. I actually blame Dejon for Helena being dumped. And I know some of you won't do the maths, but don't worry, I'm going to do it for you. Because Dejon... Because the reason I'm talking about this now as well is because obviously Tony was crying, Connor was upset, and even when Connor spoke to Billykiss, he was just like, yeah, you know, he does feel really sad at the fact that Helena had gone. Now, if Dejon had actually been a man, okay, and actually decided to willingly explore his connection with Billykiss, because he's never been able to explore anything else in that villa with anyone else. Why is that? Because he's playing a game. And I hope you guys have now seen it too. I said it in yesterday's review, every bombshell that goes for Dejon is actually wasting their time, because all it will do is give you a return ticket back to the UK. Because he flirts with other girls, he's happier with other girls, he smiles with other girls, but he still goes back to his Meg, his Meg, his Meg. Now, if Dejon had coupled up with Billykiss, Helena would have still been here. Simple. Bish bash bosh, Bob your uncle, Sally Durant. Because, and the only reason why I'm saying this as well is because with the way the storylines keep going on, is given the producers really want Meg and Helena to be main characters in the villa. But the gag is, we don't care. That is the gag. And the gag is, they actually do need to go, because they're very annoying. Anyway, that's quickly that. Of course, we know that Harry was now talking to Dejon about every time someone leaves, something clicks for him, and he doesn't know if he should be causing carnage. That obviously with all the situation with Helena and Shakira. And I want to make this clear from also today's review. If this storyline travels on till, because you know Friday, it ends on Friday and then the new week starts on Sunday, I'm generally going to stop reviewing the Harry, Helena, and I'm going to stop reviewing it. I need that storyline to be wrapped up by 9 PM tomorrow sharp. As in Friday tomorrow, by the end of that episode, I want Harry and Helena to couple up. And if they need to couple up so we can take them home, let them do that. Guys, I don't think you understand how over it I am. I'm so over it. It is the same storyline every day. Harry doesn't know what to do. Helena begging for the hideaway. Shakira speaking to Tony because... Guys... I'm sorry. They need to stop with the storyline. We've been watching the same thing every day for the past 3 weeks. Are they not tired for us? Are they not tired for us? If not for these reviews, though, this TV would have been off. Okay? It would have actually been off. Quickly moving on to Harrison. He ended up pulling Tony for a chat and asked her for another chance. You know, he felt like, you know, with the way things are going on, with the way she acted yesterday, he doesn't really want to lose her. All these different things. Once again, it's given common sense only arrives when you've done your nonsense, and I'm not really here for that. I really wish Tony did stand on business like she did yesterday. I feel like she folded way too quickly. Harrison didn't even graft. It was a little smile, a little hug, a little this, and then before you knew it, they were kissing on the terrace. So I wasn't really impressed with that. I'm not going to hold you. I wasn't really impressed. I really wish she stood on business a lot more. Definitely stood on business a lot more. Now, moving on to Helena, now talking to Dejon and Meg, and she was saying how much she wants to go to the hideaway with Harry. They now called Harry over, and then Meg was like, Harry, hideaway Helena wants to take you to the... And I was just thinking, wow. The double standards and the way you continue to encourage this behavior instead of letting her know that she needs help. Okay? Instead of letting the babe know that she needs help, you guys are encouraging this nonsense behavior. That's what we got. It's nonsensical at this point. It's given, you keep begging. Why do you keep begging? Why do you keep on begging? And I'm going to get into Helena next anyway after, because she has a very weird obsession with Shakira, guys. Why do you always feel the need to wear Shakira's bikini every single day? You don't find that odd? You don't find that weird? That babe is odd, and I'm glad that I clocked it. I clocked it from time. I told you guys, that girl's a weirdo, and every single episode, she continues to prove that theory right. She continues to. Of course, Harry now quickly went to go speak to Shakira and Tony to let them know that he's quickly going to have a conversation with Helena. And then when he had a conversation with Helena, he was talking about how, yeah, there's still things there. Yeah, I still have feelings for you, blah, blah, blah. Now, guys, I need you to help me out here, because I don't know if I missed it. But I'm pretty sure he said to Helena that he needs a day to think. But Helena at night was telling everyone that he said that we're not together now, but we're going to get back together, and he needs a day to... I don't know, guys. And to be honest, I didn't even feel the need to go back to rewatch it, because, like I said, I genuinely don't care about the storyline anymore. But please do let me know, because it felt like when Helena was talking to the other girls about it, more words were being... I don't know. Is it just me? Let me know down below, Shab. I didn't go back, and I'm not going back to even hear that conversation again, so please. As I also help you reviews, please also help me in the comments. Nothing to discuss at night time other than the fact that Dejon and Meg and Harry and Shakira were lip-syncing it off. And once again, that's what is very annoying about Harry, because he does all these things and says, Shakira, yeah, you're the one I want to be with you. Yeah, Shakira, I really want to be with you. And then you go and say it to Helena, yeah, just in the back of my mind, yeah, I just got to unfinished business. And then at night time, you're kissing Shakira like she's the only girl in the world. It's weird, it's strange. And Harry, at 30 years old, I would 100% expect more. I would, honestly, I expect so much more, because it's given childish. Anyway, the following day, the guys ended up making the girls breakfast. Helena was talking to the girls about what Harry said. Once again, please confirm with me down below what Harry said. I thought Harry said he needed a day to think about it. I didn't think I heard Harry say, I want to get back with you, but we're not together now, but we're going to get back together later. I don't know if I heard that, but let me know. I don't know. I actually don't know if I heard that. Moving on to... I already spoke about her when Shakira's bikini. Is given odd. It's given very weird. Because she even says to the girls like, oh, should I wear Shakira's bikini today? Didn't you pack bikinis in your suitcase before coming to Love Island for 8 weeks? And even if you're going to share someone's bikini, is it Shakira's that you must share? It's weird, guys. I'm sorry. You guys aren't... Actually, no, I'm not going to say you guys. Some of you guys. No, I'm not going to say some of you, because everyone on my channel has common sense. Some people that I've seen on socials, you guys aren't clocking. That girl was a weird babe. She's very strange. She's very strange. And then Meg's saying, yeah, why not? Don't wear it. No, don't wear it. Why are you wearing the bikini of the girl that's in a couple with the guy that you want to be with? It's odd. I'm sorry. It's really strange. And she's starting to get on my nerves. I'm sorry. I'm really ranting here. But every time they show Helena's face, I'm just like, wrap it up. Please. Wrap it up. Okay, cool. Now, moving on to... Helena now pulling Harrison for a chat to speak about Tony, and he pretty much said, you know, he felt a type of way after the situation with Tony, and he decided, actually, yeah, I want to get serious with her, but yeah, we can still talk, like we can still be friends. And it was really weird, because Helena was like, oh, but obviously, like, I just want to let you know that if we could recouple, I would recouple up with you. You are 29 begging a 22-year-old for attention. You are 29 complaining to a 22-year-old that you guys can't talk around the bill anymore because he's actually pursuing things with Tony. Okay. Guys, wrap it up. This is actually embarrassing at this point, and none of her friends care enough to tell her that she's looking mad on national TV. Okay? You wait there. Now, quickly moving on to Emily and Connor. Honestly, I actually don't have anything to say. It's given forced. There's nothing to discuss when it comes to Emily and Connor. I'm sorry. Not Emily and Connor, sorry. Emily and Tommy. There's nothing to discuss. I know that they're going to try and weave their way into the finals, because everyone knows that Tommy's a nice guy in the villa. But guys, I have nothing to say regarding Emily and Tommy. That is that. Now, you guys know they ended up getting a text that they're going to be playing at the Superman Challenge. Honestly, I kind of felt like the challenge was a bit meaty, if I'm going to be honest. I get... they're probably doing it because of like Superman PR and things like that. But I think more effort, something should, yeah. I don't know. It wasn't given for me, the challenge itself. But we're going to get into some of the questions, some of the answers, and some of the discussions, because do you know whose singlet I'm tearing next? Meg's and Dejon's. Oh, Dejon, you think you're off the hook? You think you're off the hook because you're a brother? I'm going to tell your singlet too. Now, moving on to the first question was, Superman is intellectual, and Emily and Tommy voted for Giorgio Armani as being the most intellectual. By the way, I really like him. I know he's not necessarily a big character in the villa, but he's a very chilled character in the villa. I actually quite like Giorgio Armani. And the least being Ben, and they pretty much said, you know, that one is self-explanatory. No surprise there. Next, moving on to Tony and Harrison. Their question was the most loyal Superman, and they voted for Tommy, and the least they voted for Harry. Basically on the basis that every chance that he gets, he messes it up. And Harry was saying, I'm a changed man. You're not a changed man. You're actually a boy. You're not a man. Next week, sorry guys. I don't want to sound so harsh with this review, guys, but I just feel like at this age, you guys should be acting better. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an auntie. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking like a big mommy or something. I don't know. But I just feel like at 30 years old, you need to do better. You actually... George Armani is your age mate. He doesn't be mad in that villa. So you need to look inwards and figure out what's going on inside. Okay? He needs to figure that out. Next, moving on to Dejon and Meg. Their question was Superman is the most honest. They voted George Armani as the most honest and the least being Harry. And Shakira now started saying, you know, oh, like, don't you agree that you're the least? You know, you've been saying different things to me and different things to Helena. And then Meg Knight ended up asking Helena and was just like, you know, would you agree? And Helena was just like, oh, you know how Helena talks? Like, oh, I don't really know. Like, I just, yeah, like, obviously there is still like, yes, it is closed off, but like, there is still like unfinished like business. Like there's no denying that. Okay, so you can't say it's closed off if there is still unfinished business that you guys still want to try and resolve. Mind you, I can't, it's the unfinished business in the villa with us. We can't deny that there's something undeniable that we need to navigate. So it's not closed off then. Let's wrap it up. Tomorrow, wrap it up. Next, moving on to Billykiss and Connor. Their question was Superman is caring. They voted for Tommy as being the most caring and Harrison as being the least for not really treating Tony on her birthday. Mind you, it was her 25th birthday. Mind you. And on her birthday, you were kissing another girl on the terrace. Yeah, you are definitely the least caring. Okay. Next, moving on to Shakira and Harry. Their question was Superman is brave. The most? Oh yeah, sorry. Being the most brave Superman, they voted for Connor and least for Dejon. And their basis was the fact that Dejon basically was exploring like the least connections in the villa, and he was just like, oh yeah, he only wants his Meg, he only wants his Meg, we have something strong that's going, blah 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 blah. And it was just really weird because I just kind of feel like even Shakira didn't kiss Harry at the end of it, and then even when Harry now went back to the boys, he was just like, oh, I just feel like it's just so childish, it's just so childish. You're the childish one. You are, like, you keep doing so much and expecting this babe to stay by you. Eventually she's going to be turned off, like literally, no matter how much she likes you, eventually she's literally going to switch off. So you being like, oh, she's so childish, when you're the childish one, is given the call is coming from inside the house. And what do you need to do? You need to search inwards, babe. You need to search inwards, okay? Because it's given projection. That's what it's given, unfortunately. Last but not least, let's move on to Ben and Helena. Wait, Ben and Helena? No, sorry, there's two. Ben and Helena first. Their question was Superman is the most humble. And first things first, Ben doesn't know what humble means. Even George Armani was like, look at Ben, he doesn't even know what humble means. And even Ben, when he was giving his answers, he kept flip-flopping like, oh, you know what, I think it could be this, because he doesn't actually know what humble means. Okay? But anyway, they voted for George Armani as being the most humble and Harrison as being the least. Last but not least, moving on to George Armani and Yaz. Their question was Superman is the most dedicated, and they voted for Connor as being the most dedicated because he's explored so many different connections that he's had with different girls in the villa, and they voted for Dejon as being the least dedicated because he didn't explore romantic connections. Now, one thing I love about Yaz is very direct. She doesn't stutter when she speaks. You know, this is my opinion. I said what I said. You're going to listen to it. Yeah, you're going to listen to it. But obviously, Yaz tore his singlet just a little bit, and I absolutely loved it because Yaz was just like, yeah, like at the end of the day, you haven't really explored things with anyone else in the villa. And he was just like, yeah, but what's there a need to explore? My Meg, I told everyone that me and my Meg are good. And obviously, and then Billykiss was, what did Billykiss say again? No, Yaz said, Billykiss picked you for a date, and you know that Billykiss is attracted to you, but you know, you basically didn't explore it. And then Meg started saying, well, clearly he doesn't want her. Isn't it clear that he doesn't want her? What do you mean by that comment? What's clear about that? And what was really more annoying was that Meg now started to go on like, oh, at the end of the day, we've been together since day one. Everyone needs to stay out of our business. We're not in their business, but you are in everyone's business. But you are. You're in everyone's business. And then Dejon was like, go on, baby girl. Dejon, I know that's not you talking. I know that's not you talking. And I've already told you guys this as well. I do feel like Dejon and Meg are playing a big game anyway. They keep doing this whole, we've been together since day one. Okay, but yesterday you literally just told them, everyone in the villa, that you don't feel like you know Dejon. You don't feel like he told you much. But now all of a sudden, we've been strong since day one. We've been locked in. Then the whole conversation came out about, I think it was either Billykiss or Yaz. both of them maybe even was just like, okay, well, if you guys are so good, then you guys should close it off then. And he was just like, I don't need to close it off. Me and Meg know we have something special. And even Dejon was like, oh, Yaz, whatever, you're 5 minutes on TV, you're 5 minutes on... Why do they all keep saying that? And Tony rightly said, we're all on TV, pal. You know, she lost her pal. We're all on TV. Why do you keep saying, oh, you just want your 5 minutes of fame? Your 5 minutes on TV. We're all on TV. Live-o. They're watching us right now. I'm sorry. I'm just over it. I feel like Dejon is rattled because it's true. And yeah, Meg is also rattled because it's true. But they've created this whole interesting storyline about them being strong because they've been together day one. They're learning from each other. Because they've created this whole storyline and fairy tale and delusion in their head. The only way and the only reason for you to be that defensive is because it is triggering you. And that's just that, okay? If you're so dedicated, then close it off. Oh, okay. Now, moving on to the nighttime, Dejon was saying that Meg passed the test with flying colours. I really just don't care about it, honestly. Like, get them off the screen, please. Like, I'm just kind of over it, because even Meg was like, yeah, like, me and Dejon are just getting stronger and stronger by the day. It's the strength in the villa with us, because I actually just don't even see it, like, honestly. He even went from saying my Meg to my love. Oh my gosh. Really? Close it out. Next, moving on to Harry talking to Dejon about Shakira and Helena. Dejon, obviously, throughout this entire episode was definitely egging Harry on to continue things with Helena. I think that is also because, obviously, Helena was really good friends with his girl, whatever, that entire situation. But like I said, by tomorrow 9 p.m, even I'll give them till 10 because it'll be the end of the week. I need this whole storyline wrapped up. Moving on quickly to Connor talking about the guys, about what Billykiss was saying in the challenge. Like, yeah, obviously, I know that she's outspoken and stuff, but the way she was just kind of talking about the situation, let's not do that, because they were literally being disrespectful to her in that challenge, and she spoke up for herself. So why are you acting like she's in the wrong because she actually said the truth? The truth is, me and Dejon get on well. The truth is, we had good chat. So just because she said, oh, why don't you close it off then? Connor, we literally just gave you ratings yesterday. We just gave you ratings. Let's not get to... Okay, thank you very much. Now, moving on, last but not least, to Shakira talking to Tony about how Harry... Shakira was talking to Tony and Harrison about Harry. And she literally was like, I cannot remember the last time that I was, you know, incredibly happy whilst I was in this villa and everything like that. But she's generally holding on to... Harry because she actually likes him, which is jump scare, okay? Shakira is a fine babe. It's quite interesting to me that she's holding on to this guy who clearly is very childish. Like, and how old is Shakira again? I don't remember, but I know she's younger than Harry. It just goes to show, like, even at his big age, at 30, and even as a man, even a small girl next to you, she actually has more common sense than you, like, generally speaking, and she even has more respect for you than you have for her. At the same time, Helena and Harry ended up talking, and then even Shakira was like, oh my gosh, they're about to literally go have a chat. And then Helena was just like to Harry, like, you know, like, what exactly are we doing? And Harry's like, oh, like, obviously, like, you know, I like you. And she's like, yeah, but what are we gonna do about it? And then at the end, it said, we're so back. Yeah, we are so back. My eye was literally twitching. I literally just said, yeah, no, guys, I'm so sorry. I just, it takes a lot for me to feel this way about people I don't know, mind you. Okay, we're literally watching a show. But from when every time their scene comes on, I get irritated, that lets me know that that storyline needs to end, and it needs to end very soon. Because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why the producers keep forcing Dejon and Meg and Helena and Harry down our throats. But my goodness, we are so over it. We are so bored. We are so tired, okay? The whole situation, to me, is actually quite pathetic. Meg swears that her and Dejon are in a great place, but one, she doesn't really know him like that, first and foremost, and she said that from her own lips. And two, you keep saying that you don't get in anyone else's business. Even the fact that you're egging Helena on to continue to get to know Harry, no other babe could even breathe around Dejon without you shouting and effing and blinding up that entire villa. So it's very interesting, the double standards that she's even given herself, her friends today. I'm over it. Dejon doesn't have, currently right now, I'm not going to hold you, to me, he actually doesn't have a backbone. I think he's playing a game. He wants to do this whole, yeah, we've been together since day one, we're a strong couple. It's not giving that at all, okay? It's not giving that at all. Harry, over the situation. Helena, over that situation. Like, I'm over it, guys. And I don't know what needs to shift in order for new storylines to give, but something needs to shift in order for new storylines to give, because I'm bored. I'm bored. But yeah, guys, that is today's review. I think I cracked a smile or two. I do not know. But please let me know down below how you found tonight's episode. As always, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at SarahDestinyX. Tomorrow is the final review of the week. So let's pray, God willing, that by 9 p.m. tomorrow or 10 p.m. at the very latest after that episode airs, this storyline will be wrapped up. I mean, we're literally 4 weeks in, 3-4 weeks in. No solid connections or no solid couples. Castlemore will be starting as well. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. But yeah, guys, I love you guys. I'm going to end it because I'm just going to keep on ranting. God bless you. Have a lovely night. And I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.